Hello, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to a special edition of Q&A with Mr. Sean from Catalyst Training Systems. Say hi, Sean.
Hello. How's it going?
Good. So it's a special occasion because we're going to be breaking for the next 2 weeks because of Christmas. So Sean is gone on vacation on his honeymoon.
Going away, yes.
Nice. And I have my Christmas sweater on, so.
I know, I saw
To
that.
commemorate the Christmas spirit. It is so hot though, this sweater, but anyway, that's besides the point. So as always, I have questions for Sean regarding fitness and personal life. Today we have 4 questions for Sean, so we're going to dig right into it. So the first one is, I think this is a really good one. Let me just look at this. Okay, so Sean, what are the workouts that you do every day? And are there some exercises that make you feel more powerful?
Okay. I don't do the same workout every day. Is the question like, what are the workouts that I do, or is it like something that you can do every day?
I think the follow-up question is an important one. I think you and I spoke a lot about mind and body connection. Is how can we do certain exercises to make us feel more focused, more powerful? So maybe that's what this question is insinuating to us. Are there any exercises that you must do to be in the right headspace?
I think it comes down to what you actually like doing. So for different people, certain things make them feel like in the right headspace or more powerful. So I don't think there's a specific exercise because some people are better at certain exercises than other people. So for example, Evan, who I train, he's gotten the habit every day now. He does chin-ups in the morning. So he goes down to his condo gym, and it's something that we've recently put in his program, but he does it in the morning, and he's good at it, and then maybe it helps him like feel better about the day when he starts off on the right foot. But he's good at chin-ups. Not everyone can do chin-ups, so I don't think there's a specific exercise. I think it's something that one you're good at, or like you have some sort of competency in it, and two, it's something that maybe it's easy for you to do every day, and that actually makes you feel like doing it makes you feel powerful. So if he can do 10 chin-ups and try and set a new record every day, and he does set a new record, then it starts his day off on the right foot, and he feels like accomplished going forward. But if you can't even do one chin-up, and you're trying over and over and over and over again to do one chin-up, and you can't surpass the one chin-up, then it's probably doing more harm than good. So something that you're good at, and something that you can see progress in, I think.
I like that. That's actually a really good point, because some people might be like, well, I really want to be able to, like, I hate push-ups. I'll do them, but I hate it. I'm not good at them. And I just hate it. So for me to start my morning with doing push-ups, it may challenge me, but it may challenge me to a point that I feel like, okay, I already kind of lost my day because I've been defeated. Versus, like, I love doing sit-ups. I mean, some people hate sit-ups, but I love it. So maybe doing something like that. But at the same time, still challenging yourself, though, like trying to increase your record. That's important too.
Yeah, I think that's like one of the biggest parts. Like any exercise that you choose, I think it's getting better at it is what makes you feel more powerful, and not so much actually doing it. It's like the progression, or the process of getting better.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. All right. On to the next question. Okay. Well, this is an interesting one. It's a conversation that I had with a friend, which is what I summarized in this question. So he was wondering, I feel like my weaknesses are holding me back. I'm asking people to help me identify what my weaknesses are so I can fix it. Sometimes I don't even know what I'm good at or bad at. How do you manage your strengths and weaknesses?
I think like part of the question is part of the answer. It's like you have to figure out what are your strengths and what are your weaknesses, like being self-aware, like what are you good at? Maybe starting with what are you good at is probably easier than starting with like what am I bad at. So it's easier for people to identify like the things that they gravitate towards. Like some people are good at speaking and some people are good at like business stuff and some people are good at more technical things. So I think starting at what you actually like doing and what you feel you've built some skill in will help you figure out what you're good at. And then I guess for me, it's like finding out the stuff that I totally avoid at all costs, right? Like, so I'm, I'm not good at like organizing, like organization and numbers, like accounting, that kind of stuff. I stay away from. So at least in business. So those are like my strengths and my weaknesses. And then in terms of what was the second part of the question? How to
The second part
manage?
is, well, he said he had no idea. So finding the self-awareness. Do you think it's a good idea to ask the people around you what you're good at and what you're bad at? Because that's what
Um,
you're doing right now.
yeah, yeah. I think it is. I think it depends who you ask. If you ask like a friend, they might not tell you, or they might not even know.
Mhm.
Um, I think it's good to ask someone who has some sort of investment in your life and your skills. So, for example, my wife will tell me what my weaknesses are. Like, I'm not good at X, like, number of things, because me not being good at those things has an impact on her because our lives are connected. So, if you
Mm.
can find someone who is connected to you in that way, um, they'll probably be the people to tell you because they'll notice it, and them telling you will somehow have an effect on their life as well.
Mm. Yeah, finding people that you trust. Yeah, you
Mhm.
probably don't want to ask your staff, what am I good at or what am I bad at?
No,
It might put you in a
yeah,
weird position, I think. It's good to be, and
yeah,
that's a challenge, right?
mhm,
Is identifying who that person is. It's really good that you have your wife. I'm
mhm,
married, my husband, occasionally I will ask him when we're driving in the car, so what am I really, what are my weakness? He's like, but you're good at everything. I'm like, come on, tell me the truth. Right.
mhm,
And so eventually, with a lot of
yeah,
digging, he will tell me the truth, but it takes a while. Like he's not so forthcoming with it. Uh,
yeah,
it's probably because he doesn't want to hurt my feelings.
yeah.
That's probably the reason. Of
Mhm.
course,
But
like there are certain things I'm bad at. Hmm?
yeah, but what you mentioned earlier, like it's probably not good a good idea to ask like your staff for that. But then if you reverse the roles, it would probably be a good idea to ask someone who's like your superior, your mentor or something,
Yes, yes, that would definitely
because
help.
they will want to. Mhm.
Okay, all right. Okay, so this is an interesting question. How do you feel about meditation?
Meditation, I
Yes.
think it's good. I don't personally do it.
Mm,
I've done some, just like in different classes and things. I think a lot of people from not exactly like the spiritual aspect of meditation, but people would benefit from the sitting quietly, doing nothing, and focusing on breathing and relaxing their bodies and relaxing their nervous system, because everyone is like so go go go. And the exercises that we do here, most people will do like lift weights, or everything's very high intensity, so your body's always like wound up. and
mm,
um, and what people don't realize is it actually makes it very difficult to recover from trouble sleeping, and even you sleep 8 9 hours properly because your nerve turned on, right? And your nervous system has to kind of shut off or go into parasympathetic, it's called,
mm,
in, in order for it to kind of recover properly.
mm.
And when you're always wound up, it doesn't recover properly. You can't sleep, you can't rest properly. So I think people would benefit from the breathing and the calmness and like trying to shut their minds out, to kind of bring them back down to that relaxed state.
Mm, nice. As you're talking about it, I immediately calmed down. I'm like, oh, this is nice.
Mhm.
Maybe you should lead some meditation. There's something calm about your voice. So you mentioned that you had tried meditation, but it's something that you don't do often. What do you do to relax yourself?
What do I do?
Hmm.
Um, lately, I noticed that, so we put in yoga classes at the gym, and,
Mm,
and I've done yoga classes before, and for me, personally, do the season because I'm again like wound up, really tight person, like all the like the business stuff, like owning your own business and work and all that stuff. But then all the weight training that I do always gets my nervous system really fired up, and it's hard for me to come down from that state. So the days that I did the yoga, because I would focus on the breathing and stuff, I had amazing sleep. And so now I don't do the yoga, but at home I'll do like some very light stretching sometimes before I go to bed.
mm,
But I'll focus on deep breaths in and out, and like I'll get deeper into the stretch just by breathing, which shows me like I'm not even trying to reach farther into the stretch, but the breathing just shows me that like breathing in this way and taking some time out of the day actually calms me down and relaxes my body. And then when I sleep, I sleep much better and I wake up a lot easier. So that's what I do to relax.
mm,
It's I've heard some things, and I do recommend to some of my clients like don't don't touch your phone before bed, like a certain time before bed, avoiding like the TV and electronics and stuff. It's harder for some people than it is for other people to do that. But if you can do that, that's also like very beneficial to you.
yeah, I do something very similar. I try to disconnect
Mm-hmm.
at least half an hour before I go to sleep. I know it's hard because I own my own business, so I'm constantly tethered to my phone. I'm always answering emails, and but
Mm-hmm.
it's a lot of discipline to leave my phone outside of my bedroom. Lots of discipline, and I feel like it does make a huge difference. And having a dark room,
Mm-hmm.
um, cool temperature, all of that kind of helps as
Mm-hmm.
well. So Sean, we have one last question, and this is a big one. This is a big question. So I'm really curious to find out what your answer is because I don't even know what the answer is. I haven't made up my mind yet, but I'm going to ask it to you. So, do you think anyone truly knows what their purpose is? I'm trying to find my purpose, but I don't think anyone really does know. This is a big one.
Yeah, that's a big one. I think I don't know. I think you can figure it out. I think the where people get it kind of confused and are is they expect to find it now, so then the rest of their lives they can work towards like that one thing. So like
Yeah.
some people find it earlier, right? And they know what they want to do, and then they have the time to carry it out. But some people don't. I feel like a lot of people don't know what it is, or they think they find it, and then a few years down the line or a decade down the line, all of a sudden it's changed, and now they have a new purpose or they find something else. So I think people should get out of the mindset that they have to find it now and then work for the rest of their lives to achieve it, because some people won't find it until they're like 65, and maybe that's when you figure it out. But I don't think you should be actively looking for it. I think people gravitate towards what they're good at, and towards their strengths and what they feel good about. So some people like helping people, and then whatever happens in their life leads to them helping people, and maybe that's their purpose, or maybe something else happens down the line. But I think if people just gravitate towards what they're good at and what they feel good about, that's more of a purpose than anything that you can probably think up in your head to be like, this is my purpose, and try to achieve that.
Yeah, that's well put. Yeah, it's a concept of like, I need to find it now. I need to
Mm-hmm.
find what my purpose is. And I think because I come across this all the time. I do coaching, and a lot of people want to find out their purpose, they want to find out their mission, and I'm all for it. I think it's important to know what you stand for. But at the same
Mm-hmm.
time, taking the time, I will always ask my clients a lot of different kind of questions. What is your mission? What is your big goal? And a lot of the times they would say, I'm actually really embarrassed because I don't know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I said, it's okay. I'm just asking you the question. So to put it out there, you could think about it, while you're going for a walk or while you're meditating, it could come to you just to kind of prime it. I was like, you don't need to know the answer right now. So
Mm-hmm.
that's a major thing. And being attracted to certain things, kind of whatever that pulls you towards that direction. Like for you, there's a reason why you have a gym.
Mm-hmm.
You could have chosen to do anything else, but you chose to do this. And it's a hard road for you because you've been doing this for four years now, right?
Yeah, it'll be 4 years next month.
Yeah, 4 years is a long time, and it's hard. It's hard work. I know that. I know that you work hard, and I know how much work you put in. So maybe that
Mm-hmm.
goes in line with your purpose, but it's kind of you following what you love doing.
Mm-hmm.
So for people that, yeah, take your time.
Mm-hmm.
Take your time. And then secondly, for people, don't worry about what's the attractive thing to find your purpose, right? Maybe, I don't know. I don't know what the attractive thing right now is, but like try not to like jump in. Part of my coaching involves helping people find their one word. And a lot of times they were like, yeah, my one word is inspire. Yeah, that sounds good, right? What do you think? It sounds good. I was like,
Yeah.
sure. It doesn't sound good to you. Well, I don't know. So
Mm-hmm.
like try to stay away from what's trendy right now and really try to focus on the things you care about. And the answer will come. One
Mm-hmm.
of the practices that I do, which is actually kind of interesting, is I meditate. So I do meditate every single day, and I practice mindfulness all the time. And I just ask it's so funny. I can't believe this is my first time saying this live.
Okay.
I would just sit still and I would ask, who am I? Who am I?
Okay.
And then
Yeah.
and then all of these thoughts will come in. Some of the things that come in like are really funny. Like I discover,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh, that's true. Maybe that is who I am. And then some of
Mm-hmm.
them are just like really dark, and he's like, I don't really want to be that person, but that's part of who I am. And then
Mm-hmm.
some of the things are amazing. So kind of just giving yourself the moment to breathe and find out who you are. It's all
Yeah.
good.
Just looking inside and realize that you're like all these different things.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like you mentioned earlier about like you asking your clients about what their mission is and stuff. I think like mission and purpose can be separate things. Maybe they're not
Mhm.
exactly the same. Like mission is something that you choose to do. And it might not be like your purpose, but it's something that you're choosing to do in this moment
Yeah.
or the next few years. But
Yeah,
yeah.
even companies have we have our personal mission, a personal philosophy, and we own businesses, and our businesses have mission statements too.
Mm-hmm.
So it could be interpreted that way. But I think it does kind of go in line in what you were saying earlier. There's a reason why you chose certain things, and
Mm-hmm.
really kind of narrowing in on that, just giving yourself some time. And hey, it might take you 35 years to find that out, and that's okay.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then, well, that brings us to the close, Sean. You're going to be off to Europe
After a year for 2 weeks. Yeah.
2 weeks. So what are you going to do?
We're going on a cruise for a week, like a
Mhm.
Mediterranean cruise, and
Yeah.
then we're visiting some other countries during the other days that we're not on the cruise. So lots of eating. That's what I'm gonna do. Lots of eating.
Geez, lots of eating. I went to Niagara Falls over the weekend, and I ate a lot, and I'm feeling it. Like I'm feeling the difference in myself. I was like, I haven't stepped on the scale, but I must have gained like 5 pounds. I don't know. I don't know how you deal with that. So I'm slowly trying to
Yeah.
get back into it.
Yeah, it happens. You just get back. Just get back on it. Don't worry about anything else. That's
Be
the
nice
best
to
thing to do.
yourself.
Yeah.
Be nice to yourself, right? All right, Sean. Well, if
Yeah.
do you have anything to say before we go for our last, it's our last show before the new year.
Yes. So let's see. Um, since I'm in the gym business and there's going to be a lot of New Year's resolutions coming up in January, my advice or one thing I can say is it doesn't have to be January 1st. And please, like, don't. Everyone knows that everyone falls off like at the end of January, early February. That's what happens. That's like, it's been happening for decades and decades and decades. It's just a pattern that happens in the fitness industry. Everyone wants to get fit. And then by February, don't follow, like, the pattern is there. Do something different to not fall into that pattern,
Mm.
right? Take it slow. There's no rush. There will be a New Year's next year. Just take it slow, focus on the process, and you'll get there.
Yes, yes. And you know what? Also, it's like, don't wait. If you want to get healthy now, start now. Eat something
Mm-hmm.
healthy
Yeah.
and go work out. And I think it's also the pressure too. I think as soon as January 1st comes in, everyone has a list of New Year's resolution. The pressure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have any New Year's resolutions. Do you?
No.
No.
I've never really done that. I feel like you said, like why wait
Mhm.
till January 1st to restart it?
Yeah.
It's just like day after day after day. It's just like an ongoing thing.
Yeah.
So
I love it. I love it. I love it. I used to be one of those people that had New Year's resolutions, and I'm like, why wait? What if I don't live to see New
mm-hmm.
Year's? I don't want to get dark, but it could
Yeah.
happen, right? Just do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's it, Sean. Well, thank you so much for the awesome
Thank you.
time, and I will see you all in the new year.
In the new year. Yes.
Bye bye, guys. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year's.
Bye. Merry Christmas.